Hello, beautiful humans. Did you miss me? I missed you. I've been working on my personal space since the last time we spoke. It's not perfection and will never be, but it is helping with me to have a more structured schedule. And that's what I need in order to create more of what I love for you all. I'm also working on a podcast and hope to get it ready to go live at some point midsummer, if not sooner. Today I want to talk about achieving your decluttering goals, because that's what I had to do first so I could move on and start structuring my life. And not only because it is the first of the year and it's perfect time to set the reset button on life, but also implement those small habits that can keep clutter at bay in order to enjoy a more peaceful, slow living lifestyle. So let's find a starting point, shall we? Let's start with your clothes. It's one of the simplest methods to achieve your decluttering objectives. And before you begin cleaning your closet, you must be honest with yourself. Ask yourself if the pieces in your closet are ones you truly like wearing, or if they merely take up space. If they're taking up space and don't provide you joy or any other good return when you wear them, it's time to get rid of them. Now here's a quick tip. When it comes to decluttering clothes, you must be ruthless. If it doesn't provide you positive feelings or bring you joy when you wear it, then it's time to let it go. Get rid of any clothing that makes you feel uncomfortable or unattractive. This can be a very difficult chore, but trust me when I tell you it will be beneficial in the long term. Keep in mind that you're decluttering for a cause, the cause of peace of mind, the cause for less stress in your life and a more streamlined life. Choose to keep only sentimental items. When decluttering your house, be selective about the stuff you bring in. Declutter any non-sentimental stuff from your home as much as possible so that only sentimental items remain. This is not only a decluttering trick, but a good organizing tip. Try to get rid of something old as soon as something fresh arrives, with sustainability in mind, of course. If another can benefit from it, then gift it. Continue to simplify your house until you have just emotional objects and plenty of newfound space. Then you can go through the sentimental items and decide which ones you really want to keep and which ones you can take a picture of and just let go. Create a donation pile. Don't forget to make that donation pile when decluttering. This is where you may keep items that are in good condition but no longer fit your style or size. When the donation pile contains enough stuff to fill at least one garbage bag, take it outside and donate it. If you can't get to the place you're donating at that time, then put it in your vehicle so that you can take it on your next trip out. Don't keep it in the house or in the garage. It'll just sit and become visual clutter. Another tip is before you start decluttering, look into donation options in your region. That way you won't get caught off guard if none are available in your neighborhood and you might have to drive a little further out. Look at your home from an outsider perspective. Looking around your home with new eyes is a terrific method to understand exactly what areas need to be prioritized in order to reach your decluttering goals. What actually draws your attention as you go into each room? Is there anything in particular that you believe needs to be addressed first? Take a nice stroll around your house. Look from the outside in. You'll be shocked at how decluttered certain rooms can seem right away. This will give you an idea of which topics you should prioritize. A good tip is to enlist some assistance by asking advice from other family members or friends on the rooms or places you should prioritize. Maybe you can get them to help with some of the decluttering work as well. The less you touch the item, the easier it is to discard it. And clean out the kitchen cabinets. If decluttering your kitchen is a priority, one of the simplest things is to begin by clearing out your cabinets. Check what's inside before decluttering and ask yourself if you utilize all of those items. If it's over its expiration date, get rid of it. If they take up too much room and don't add value, get rid of them. Look for doubles of anything and keep the one you use the most. Another tip here is, after you've decluttered your cabinets, label some of the places for future use. For example, you may label one spot for spices and another for tea. With this method, you can tidy and organize your kitchen at the same time. I'd like to take this time now to remind you that if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you can get notified when I upload more videos. And give it a like so other people can find this type of material on YouTube. Now let's get on with it. Take before and after photos. It's really great to take before and after photos of your decluttering efforts. This will not only help you keep track of your decluttering, but it will also act as an inspiration to keep decluttering. And if you ever feel like falling back into old habits, use one of the after photographs to urge you to stay on track with your decluttering process. If you do a vision board like I do, you might even want to put it up on a vision board. And get some help. Don't attempt to do everything yourself while decluttering. When you do it on your own, it's highly probable that you'll overlook things or neglect to clear certain areas. Attempting to clean a full house on your own may be incredibly intimidating and frustrating. So reduce your chances of stress or burnout by simply asking for help from people closest to you. If it's possible, get the help of a friend who's attempting to declutter their house. They'll be able to cover more area in less time and clear spots that you overlooked. You can also help them as well if they want. And get smart with your storage. Getting clever with decluttering storage is a terrific approach to further declutter your house. For example, if you've decluttered your living room and now need a place for guests to sit, get inventive. Find furniture that can also serve as storage. This will allow you to keep things out of sight and therefore cleaner. And if you're lacking on storage space, there are a plethora of handy storage solutions available online. Use Google to determine which storage choices are best for you. I would recommend looking at thrift stores and even around your own home. It's better to repurpose than buying something new. Keep your counters clear. Now, this is something I struggle with. Keep your counters uncluttered at all times when decluttering. By keeping your kitchen clean and decluttered, you can guarantee it's not only aesthetically beautiful, but also more sanitary. If it doesn't belong in the kitchen, it certainly doesn't belong on the kitchen counter. This means if an object that shouldn't be on the kitchen bench is left there, it must be moved to its proper resting place. And the sooner you move it, the better. Sometimes I unload groceries, and other things that don't belong in the kitchen get unloaded with them. If I put everything away where it's supposed to be, I am more apt to keep the counter clean than to have it cluttered with things that need to go in the bathroom closets. Make your bed. Making your bed is essential for making your bedroom appear and feel less untidy and cluttered. It not only helps your bedroom appear more presentable, but it also provides space to the room, no pillows on the floor, and it makes it easier to clean up. Try to do this as soon as getting out of bed in the morning. Making your bed will rapidly become a habit, and it will no longer feel like a job to be performed, but rather a step in a daily routine. And it's those small habits that you build over time that help you streamline your slow living life. Clean out your medicine cabinet. Decluttering your medicine cabinet can help you reach your decluttering objectives quickly and feel good. Nothing is worse than opening the pantry and seeing a plethora of bottles, vials, and packages that you no longer use. So open that cabinet and start sifting out what you need and what you don't need. Apply the same method you used to clear your kitchen cabinets and try to organize where you can. Although it may appear difficult, cleaning up the space is a terrific thing to do. It will not only declutter your house, but it'll also make it easier for you to use the things that you have left behind. Declutter the entryway. You know, the entrance serves as the front door to your home. Do you really want people stumbling over stuff the moment they walk into your house? Decluttering the doorway is also a terrific way to get started with your decluttering project. It will not only clear the area, but it will also allow you to access and to exit your home with ease. A minimalist tip is to keep items such as jackets, umbrellas, and shoes in one location rather than spreading them across the house. There are several storage alternatives available online for keeping entryways clutter-free. Keep your nightstand clear. Clearing your nightstand is one of the quickest methods to reach your decluttering objectives. If you don't maintain the small space along your bed tidy, it may quickly become a magnet for junk. As a result, it's an excellent place to start when decluttering. Keeping your nightstand free of clutter not only makes your bedroom seem cleaner and more spacious, but it also allows it to perform its original role. Consider putting 1 or 2 purposefully themed ornamental objects on your nightstand. Intentionally planned spaces may be less inclined to cover with clutter. Use space to your advantage. You don't have much space? Well, then it's time to be creative with the space you have. You don't have to adhere to the traditional tidy solutions. You may need to think a little beyond the box. Vertical storage solutions, for example, might be a fantastic option for you. Consider floating shelves for items you don't use on a daily basis. Instead of collecting dust on the floor, put them high up and out of reach. Choose built-in shelves instead of a regular bookshelf to maximize space. Let's look at your spice cupboard too as well. Making the most of the space in your spice cupboard is another method to meet your decluttering objective this year. Do you have herbs and spices that have been hanging around for years? It's time to let them go. In general, you don't want to keep spices that have been sitting in your pantry for longer than 4 years. So get working and toss all the spices you haven't used in the trash. Invest in a spice organizer to maximize the amount of spice and avoid overcrowding. Makes it also easier to find and use what you have. Prioritize your pantry. Another must-do if you want to keep your house appearing clean and organized is to declutter your pantry. Moving unwanted or unnecessary goods from the interior of your kitchen cabinet not only makes it so much simpler to find what you need, but it also adds so much room to your kitchen. Toss aside any expired food products. You'd be shocked how many things we just forget about and leave to rot in our cupboards. If it's out of date or hasn't been used in a while, simply get rid of it. Having basket or hampers is a great idea. Placing them in strategic locations throughout the house is a terrific method to focus the clutter on certain places. If you notice that clutter accumulates in a certain place of the house, consider placing a basket or hamper in that location for said things to go. Then, at the end of each week or month, depending on you, you may go through each one and return the objects to their proper placements. A hamper in the bedroom is an excellent way to store dirty clothes that build over the course of the week. If you have a home office, like many of us do now, a cluttered desk can mean doom for your productivity. This makes it the ideal location to focus on in order to reach your decluttering goals. Your mind will appreciate you for clearing this area. When cleaning your workspace, start with the tangible items that take up the most room. If you have a file cabinet or other form of storage, clear each drawer by taking everything out and arranging it into 3 piles: the keep, donate, sell, and throwaway piles. Then return only what you want to its original location. If your workstation is often messy, consider investing in desks with extra storage choices. To avoid additional clutter, look for workstations with several shelf choices or under desk storage. And also, nothing is more annoying than entering into your house and stumbling over cords or cables. So control those cords. It's time to get control of them and organize them so they don't become a safety issue. Limit the wire or cord regions to certain zones. To keep cords out of sight and out of your way, choose wireless solutions or invest in cord management tools. And a tip is to try gathering and tying the cables together to keep them from spreading and becoming tangled. I use the Velcro ties. They work very well. You may also utilize products like cable sleeves to reduce the amount of clutter they make. And keep the coffee table clear. I got rid of my coffee table because that was one of the places that I really had a hard time keeping clear. Most of us used or use our coffee tables as a sort of catch-all for objects that we need close at hand but don't have a place to store them. It's all too simple to leave things there indefinitely without ever truly decluttering the room. However, this is a vital component of decluttering your house and reaching your objectives, since otherwise you will never be able to totally declutter your home. Because coffee tables are frequently the focal point of the living room, accumulating debris on them may instantly make your room appear much dirtier than it is. So as much as possible, keep this space clear of clutter. Maybe investing in a coffee table with storage is the best way to keep the surface free of clutter. Look for coffee tables with drawers or other handy storage spaces. Try to design your home based on daily use. It may be incredibly inconvenient to continually having to move things about in order to use a specific space. Try to minimize stress. Keep in mind how you want to utilize the area on a regular basis when cleaning. Putting a lot of ornamental objects in the center of your kitchen table is usually not a smart idea if you know you'll have to shift them for every meal, or if you have cats. And a tip is, if you enjoy adding design elements to often used spots, maybe invest in some things that will allow you to transform them quickly if necessary. For example, placing candles and other decorative pieces on a stylish tray, which can be picked up and moved elsewhere easily. So my final thoughts today is, if you declutter properly, your house will be transformed into a haven of cleanliness and tranquility, allowing you to live that slow and simple life. By following these suggestions, you'll be well on your way to fulfilling whatever decluttering objectives you may have. And remember, I'm on this journey with you too. I've decided to embrace minimalism this year. So if you have any other suggestions that this community and myself can use, please comment below. It is very much appreciated. And until next time, be kind to yourself.